Hi, I'm Bryan from Safari Automotive. We're here today to talk about the Safari ARMAX range. Safari's having its 35th birthday this year, so it's been around for a long time. It's always been based out of Melbourne. It's a family-owned company, and the family still run it. Safari started, the snorkel range started through a need of a product. The owners of the business took a four-wheel drive out, got water ingress into the motor, and hydraulic locked the motor. They seized the motor because it filled up with water. They came up with the idea of getting a raised air intake, and that's where the Safari brand was born, by just purely getting a product that they needed onto a vehicle. So that's where I think all good ideas start, by a needs-based product. Traditionally, Safari snorkels have developed a snorkel to be a watertight air intake. So you can do river crossings, you can do whatever you like with your four-wheel drive, you can get your air colder and cleaner from a higher point. And you can also help with a lot of the dust ingress into the car as well, because you're getting a lot cleaner air. Safari ARMAX is a new product range that we're developing. It's for the performance end of the market. We've found in recent years turbo diesel performance is something that is really popular now, and what people are trying to do is they're trying to gain more performance out of their turbo diesel engines. 4x4s have really moved on in the last few years, and now the engines can produce a good amount of power. To be able to enhance that power, we've needed to develop a range of products that can not only get the air in, but get the air out of the car as well. So the Safari ARMAX range is a powertrain product. We're designing snorkels now to be able to get more air into the car. We're designing the rest of a range of products to be able to get more performance out of the engine, and to be able to get the exhaust gases out of the vehicle as well. Traditionally, with our power products that we've done in the past, we do a range of turbochargers and intercoolers. From that, we've basically learned how much air turbo diesel engines need. We've found that a lot of the product that's out there at the moment with new vehicles doesn't flow enough air to get into the vehicle if you are enhancing it further than the vehicle was originally designed. That is the current marketplace. People are enhancing their engines, so we need to be able to develop ways to be able to get more air into the engine, which is where we've come up with the Safari ARMAX range. We've developed it with bigger air rams, bigger bodies, better air intakes into the vehicle, and not only just the air into the airbox, but from how that actually gets to the inside of the engine as well. We've done a lot of design work with the snorkel. We're not only making bigger bodies, but we're trying to make them aesthetically pleasing for the vehicle as well. There's nothing worse than having a great product that looks ugly. We went in and spent a lot of time on designing something that will still look good on the car, but actually be able to improve your performance. So we've got a lot of new technologies developing snorkels, and a whole range of products now. We've got scanning data, scanning tooling, so we can actually scan vehicles. It means we can get product to market quicker. We've also got 3D printing capabilities now, so we can actually print prototypes and we can test them on vehicles, so we can get the product to market a lot faster. We've got a piece of equipment now that will actually be able to test the maximum amount of air that a turbo diesel engine needs. Now, turbo diesels need more air than petrol vehicles, so the amount of air that is required for a large, particularly up to the 7-litre turbo diesels, is massive. No one in the past has been able to test this. We can now test it, and we can start designing and manufacturing our snorkels around that. With a diesel engine, it's very different to a petrol engine, but with a petrol engine you can pour more fuel into it and get more power. With a diesel engine, if you pour more fuel into it, it gets hotter. So to be able to pour more fuel in, you need to be able to put more air into it as well to continue the engine to be able to run cool. If you don't let it run cool, you end up with engine problems, you end up melting things. To be able to get performance out of your vehicle, you need to get more air into it. So we came up with the concept of getting something that's bigger, that can flow more air, so when the engine's demanding more air into it, we can actually deliver that air into the vehicle. By having a Safari ARMAX products on your car, not just the snorkel, it becomes a raised watertight air intake. So you still can do your river crossings, you can still go down your dusty roads and not have any problem with the quality of air that's coming into the car, but also you'll get an extra quantity of air coming into the car. With the other product family that we're doing in engine management, in intercooler upgrades and with exhausts, we'll be able to further enhance the power that you can get out of the vehicle, which will also then help with towing, with putting bigger tyres on, with being able the drivability of the vehicle, and also with fuel economy. So Safari's history, being in the industry for 35 years and being serious four-wheel drivers for 35 years in all different parts of Australia, we can now draw on all those experiences to understand the market. Your whole 4x4 experience will be enhanced with the ARMAX product, because you will be able to not only do all your traditional four-wheel driving, you'll be able to do it with cooler, cleaner air, more and more power.